When did you realize you weren't ugly? When I was in my 20s, I saw a picture of myself in my teens and I looked just absolutely adorable. It made me think of how ugly I felt around the time that picture was taken, and how wrong I was. I was so cute. It kinda got me thinking that if I was wrong then, I'm probably wrong now. And maybe I'm not the best judge on what I look like. I'm only as ugly or as beautiful as the person who is looking at me believes me to be. Meaning, I can't ever be truly ugly or truly beautiful. Because every individual sees me differently. Some people have thought I was not very attractive, while others saw me as gorgeous. None of them are wrong. I always kind of knew, but I have this one friend who is truly a stunner. She and I went to a football game, and when she went to the bathroom, I struck up a conversation with a woman near us. Said woman then introduced us to her brother, her boyfriend, and another friend of theirs, all male. All of us were cool and chatting about the game for a few minutes until my friend got back. I introduced her. The friend and the brother didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. They had eyes and ears, apparently, only for my friend. My friend is now dating the brother. It was almost funny to sit with the other woman and her boyfriend and watch it go down. Almost. I started dating an extremely beautiful woman and all her extremely beautiful friends said I was very good looking when she was showing pics of the guy she was talking to. Are you my husband? Grinning squinting face, grinning squinting face, grinning squinting face. He never thought he was attractive, but I caught him a few days ago. He mentioned that he was attractive and how that benefited him. I've never heard him say anything like that. Me, my mom, my friends, and his friends all tell him how attractive he is, and I think he's starting to get it. Damn, I wish I was as good looking as him then. I realized I wasn't ugly when I started dating in my early 20s, but I didn't understand why everyone was calling me slim all the time. When I was 14, we did a wrestling unit in gym. We did the weigh-in and I was put in the heavyweight class. With, honestly, the fat kids. I was by far the lightest one in the weight category and got crushed in every single match. And I got the nickname, Fat, which stuck with me through the start of high school. For 2 decades after that, when I looked in the mirror I saw a fat gut. When my girlfriend in my early 20s said my torso looked like a Roman statue, I simply did not understand. When I found out my BMI was 19, I didn't understand. Eventually, in my early 30s, I told my fiancée that I wished she wouldn't mock my weight with her compliments. After that, we had a long talk about middle school and nicknames, and she explained the whole situation to me. It was ironic teasing that maybe they took too far. I looked in the mirror that night and, while I didn't have defined abs, I looked pretty good. No gut in sight. My freshman year of college I was in a relationship with a girl from back home. The first semester I was asked out by a guy. When I told him I was straight he said I just needed to be convinced otherwise. Luckily managed to get away from that situation. The second semester I had a girl from my writing class downright stalk me. She knew I had a girlfriend but they didn't stop her from trying anyway. Of course I told my girlfriend all about it. Many years later when she ultimately became my wife I jokingly said something about I'm not sure why I agreed to marry such an ugly guy. She responded, if you were ugly, do you think you'd have men and women coming after you? You know, she's got a point. I'm just going through that realization now at 29, simply because I put more effort into my grooming and fashion, and now I have people telling me all the time I'm handsome and good looking. However, I've spent so long thinking I wasn't, that my confidence doesn't match it yet. Maybe 18. I can't confirm or deny how ugly I was or wasn't before then. But at 18 I was like wow, I might actually be doing something here. I was thinning out from 200 pounds to my current weight of 160, sounds like a lot but I'm 6 foot size 4/6, my acne was clearing up, and I was dressing better. Now I can't go outside without getting comments on my appearance. I think I appreciate it more than I would have otherwise because I used to feel disgusting when beautiful women would come up to me and strike a conversation. I've always felt ugly so I never tried to really talk to women even though I was very fit from being in the military and always told I have movie star good looks. I just didn't see it, thought they were just being nice. Strippers used to tell me why are you here for, like they were seriously confused. Because I was too good looking to be there. A few asked me out but I never engaged because I thought they were up to something, like they thought I was a sucker, and pretty much drilled never to date a stripper, especially ones called Amber or Bambi. It wasn't till one night in New York at last call I was outside playing my Game Boy SP waiting for friends to exit when this gorgeous redhead came out and said OMG you're fucking beautiful. I heard it but I really paid no mind. I was fighting a boss and I didn't think she was talking to me and her friend said I know. I was wondering who he was all night when I finally looked up and they were all looking at me. That's when I actually started paid attention and would see women who I thought I had no chance with taking sneak peeks at me. One of my fellow Marines called me a dumb fuck. When a hot girl says shit and slaps your ass that means you look good. I guess there was truth to it. Women would hit on me and then either suggest I am gay / accuse me of acting superior when I did not know how to react. For example, at a station a woman approached me and told me I am beautiful. I would genuinely assume it was a trick or I was misreading. When you are in the club and a girl came to you and said that can I buy you a drink? That day I realized that I am not that bad looking as I used to think myself here. I always thought I was ugly, but I saw this specific picture of me, and I finally saw the beauty in myself. From that day on I have never ever looked down upon myself, and I hope others do the same. When my now boyfriend, before we were even dating but were longtime friends, first told me that he was in love with me. He's almost annoyingly handsome and I've had many people tell me how good looking he is. I always believed I was a bit weird looking, but my hot boyfriend loves me, so I guess I might be some way alright. I was bullied a bit by the boys at my school for being ugly. When I was 16 my older brother's popular and good-looking friend asked me out. I was so downtrodden, shy and awkward that I said no, sad face. I have always regretted saying no a little, but it did gradually dawn on me that I perhaps wasn't as ugly as the boys at school had led me to believe. I mean, people do bully other guy in school, but doing because they are ugly or doing the body shaming is not the right way. Because that way they really dent the all of the confidence of a kid in young age. Well, kinda twice. First time was when I was pre-transition and my now wife said that her friends were jealous. The second was sometime along my transition when my wife repeatedly told me that I'm not. Dysphoria still kinda sucks, but like I can at least know that I'm a delusional idiot to think I'm as ugly as I tend to default to. Realistically I should have realized it when this really hot lady was super into me, enough to buy me pizzas and sushi on Uber Eats. For the guys out there, most of you aren't actually ugly. You have to find things that suit your face and body. It's more difficult for some versus others, but the right hairstyle or the right facial hair trimming or clothes can make a huge difference. My wife has worn me down over the 17 years we've been married. After starting meds for my depression, for the first time in my life, I can finally look into a mirror and see why she calls me handsome all the time. I can see why she thinks I look good, especially when I take care of myself with good hygiene and exercise. Lost over 40 pounds. I've hated the mirror my whole life, and all it took was a mental breakdown, therapy, and antidepressants to finally see what I actually thought of myself. Now, for the first time, I'm okay with what I see. Hit the subscribe button to get notified of every video I upload. Thanks for watching.